you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road.
What's going on, Rebel family? Today's video, women arguing and going off-road. But before we get to the video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, the lead attorney did a live stream, and I'm just getting caught up to watching some of the content by some of the content creators that I watch on a regular basis. So, he did a live stream a couple of days ago on the Coward Rajay Black, or whatever his name is. But he had some clips. I guess this was a couple of the interviews, and so he chopped it up, a couple of shorter videos on his channel, featured a couple of women who I dare say changed the arguments. But it's funny, Bill Burr, he hit the nail right on the head. He's one of the few white comedians that I actually listen to. So I want to jump right over into the clips of two women that came up on the lead attorney's panel and had some interesting takes. Okay, so the first woman in the green, she I think her name was Judgy Justice. She was arguing about her son not needing his father or something to that effect. She's baby mom, had a baby daddy or whatever. So let's jump over into that particular video.
Let me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Okay, so I'm gonna play it again. I want you to hear what she said. She said, does the child benefit from having, the lead attorney asked her, does the father benefit from having the child in the life? She said, yes, he benefit from having a father. Then he asked her again, and she changed the question. Changed the answer. Listen to this.
Let me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father. But what happened was she understood that she backed herself into a corner here. She stated something, and then realized, oops, I made a mistake. So listen now listen to the second answer.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Now she says father figure. I'm going to play it one more time because she said the child benefits from having a father, realized she made a mistake and backed herself into the corner because the child's father is not in the child's life.
You say
right?
that your child needs.
Let
me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Okay, so father figure in the life. Now she changed it, right? So I'm gonna jump over to the other clip. I mean, it was a pretty long clip, so I chopped it up just so for brevity's sake, so you can hear. Now the lead attorney, he picked up on what she said, and watch what she says here. You say that your child needs the father, but then because he didn't but because he didn't show up to the visits, now your child doesn't get those same benefits. Your child gets less valuable time with the father because he didn't show up to your visits. But the child is missing out.
I don't feel that the child missed out overall. The child is.
You just said that a child benefits from time with the father.
I didn't say a father. I said a father figure. And the father
figure. So the lead attorney caught it right there. When she clearly said the child needs a father, and she hurry up and quickly switched it. So she didn't focus on her saying the child needs a father because she changed it. Child needs a father figure. So now she said, I didn't say that, which was a lie because she did say it. The lead attorney picked up on it and is laughing. This is going rogue here. This is what Bill Burr was talking about. When they're right, they stay on point. When they're wrong, they go rogue. She's going rogue here because she understood if she says a child benefits from having a father in their life, she backed herself into a corner. So that's why she quickly changed it. And now she's sticking on the point of father figure. It's so funny. Let's keep going.
I did say father figure.
You did say that.
Jesus Christ,
Yes.
are you guys listening to this bullshit? So like an uncle could be a father figure, right?
Yep. He had his uncles, he had my father, and he was able to, you know, move forward in his life. Like, it's not, I don't think that every person is the right father figure.
Look at Lee's face.
Why are you sleeping with these men? Why are you creating children with these men if they're not the father figures?
It makes absolutely no sense that the biological father isn't a good role model or father figure, yet you had sex with him and made a baby with the dude, but they're just good having a father figure. Hell, even studs today act as father figures. That doesn't mean that's going to be correct for the child. I mean, come on. Let's jump into the next one. The next one was even worse, and I have to play that long form, and so you can get an idea of exactly how insane this woman is.
I've got a couple of statements I would like to make. Number one, I used to live in Columbia, Maryland, and it's one of the richest counties in America. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, it's number one or two. It battles one or two with it's another county in Maryland that it battles one or two, and it's one of the counties where your children can go to school, public school, and get the best education. Yes, so Columbia, Maryland is a best kept secret. It's a very beautiful city. And so I was surprised when I seen Columbia, Maryland, where this happened at. The young lady that came up.
And let me just say this too. You're
Yes.
saying how you were surprised to see this.
Yes, in
you were
Columbia, Maryland.
In Columbia, Maryland, because it's such a rich area.
Howard County is the richest.
Okay, your county is
in
the richest
America.
county. What's my point? My point is, these laws are unfair in poor places. These laws are unfair in middle class places, and these laws are unfair in high caste places. It's not like, guys, oh, we're in the richest part of the nation, so the laws are fair. No
Yes,
one
they're
should
very
be.
fair.
Okay, so here, let me stop it real quick and look at Lee's face. Lead is funny. So they're talking about the custody laws or family court laws being unfair to men, no matter where you're at, poor county, rich county, it doesn't matter, right? That's what the lead attorney is talking about, and she's going to agree to that as well. But he
In Howard County.
Look at
No
his
one
face.
is going through this in Howard County.
Okay.
Talking about custody now.
No man is going through
Because
custody
Roger
problems
Black
in Howard County.
was going through a
No,
custody battle with his
not at
attorney.
all.
Okay. Ask you, do you think a child needs
I've got a couple of statements I would like to make.
So
laws are unfair in poor places? These laws are unfair in middle class places, and these laws are unfair in high caste places. It's not like, guys, oh, we're in the richest part of the nation, so the laws are fair. No
Yes,
one
they're
should
very
be.
fair. In Howard County.
only in Howard County.
No
are
one
the
is
family
going
court laws are fair. That's nuts in itself. That's why the lead is looking that way.
through
Lead
this in
attorney's
Howard
looking that way.
County.
Okay.
No man is going through that in Howard County. No man.
No,
She
no,
said no man.
no man is going through custody problems in Howard County.
No man.
No, not at all.
He
Okay.
he
It's a
rephrased it.
very
He rephrased the question, and she said no. So she's clear on what he said because he rephrased it.
educated county.
She's gonna go wrong.
Silver Springs, Maryland is the other area where it goes from 1 to 2 as far as very rich
Decided
and
to let
very
her
educated.
BS go.
It's a
This
very
guy is
educated county.
Okay. So no men are
can
going through
Google it.
custody problems and get, so that's nice to know. All right.
No.
What else you got?
So he said it again.
The lady, I need to address the young lady, and she's very young. Now, when you asked her,
Oh, actually, let me skip this part because she's gonna babble for for a few seconds here. Let's get past that. All right, let's see here.
Bringing a baby without assistance. She was on public assistance.
Listen, I know that. Listen, when people say bullshit, like you talking about no men are having problems with in your county, I don't call out all bullshit. I let people say bullshit and I just let it go. You say, oh, no man in the county is having problems
Watch
with
it go
this
wrong.
shop.
No,
You say,
I won't say no man, but most men.
you
not
just
in
said no
Howard
man.
County.
He asked her 3 times and she confirmed 3 times. No man, no man. Now, when he calls her out on it, it's most men.
You
Okay.
just said
I'll take that back.
no,
men-
that's not my point. That's not my point. You came up here on some bullshit and I let it go.
Yeah.
So
No,
she
I don't
came-
want you. I don't want you to let
wait,
that go.
wait. She
okay?
came up with some bullshit and I let it go too. I don't call you guys out on everything.
But I
Because
just
I want you to hear. I want you guys to hear. The chat knows the bullshit. When you
No, I
started
want
talking,
you to
listen, Queen.
know.
Listen, Queen.
Okay.
When you said your bullshit, I didn't need to say anything because I looked at the chat and it was full of cap. It was full
I
of.
want
It was
you
full
to
of blue hat.
Google Howard County. It's not Fulton County. Is all I want you to know. It's a very rich county.
Oh, it's so rich.
No, most men are not battling custody battles in Howard County.
Okay, so she stated it flat herself. She didn't answer a question from the lead attorney. Now she said most men are not battling custody, having custody battles in Howard County. So she went off the no men. Now she moved over to most men, but the subject is still custody battles in Howard County. Okay.
Okay.
Just if you will, Google it after your
Wait a
show,
minute.
please.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back so you can hear it again because she said most men are not battling custody in Howard County. So it's clear they're talking about custody battles, but she's gonna go even more rogue.
No, most men are not battling.
Wait a minute. What the heck happened here?
Oh, it's so
Most-
rich.
No, most men are not battling custody battles in Howard County.
Okay, so
Okay.
most men are not battling.
If you will, Google it after your show, please.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
fact that you said Google it, the fact, it would have been a little bit more credible if you would have said, oh, lead attorney, well, actually, I'm a judge in Howard County. I'm a judge and I've been on the bench for 20 years. Let me show you. Let me tell you. You didn't say that. You know what you said? You said, oh, just you said, oh, just Google it.
I
Google it.
I'm not a judge, but I just know it's not a
Queen,
county where it's a
Queen,
poor
listen,
county.
listen. If you are not in the courtrooms every day, how in the hell do you know what's going on in those courtrooms?
I lived there.
No,
for 10
I want to
years.
know. If you're not if you're not a bailiff, if you're not an attorney, if you're not a judge in those courtrooms every day, how do you know what's going on in there?
I know Howard County.
No, I know you know the county. I'm talking about the courtroom. How do you know what's going on in those courtrooms if you're not there?
This is not norm.
I have a question.
area.
I have a question. How do you know what's going on in the courtrooms if you're not
Murder
there?
is not
Okay.
norm for that area is what I'm trying to tell you.
She just switched it to murder. Can you believe this? She just switched it to murder. Even though it was clear this whole time that they're talking about custody battle, talking about going rogue. How did it jump from custody battle, which she said herself, and she affirmed like 3 times the lead attorney was talking about custody, and then she stated that most men are not battling custody battles in Howard County. Now she switched it. Oh, murder. She's wrong. She's going rogue, and she understands that he caught her, and she's wrong, and she can't defend the point. So now it's time to go rogue. If Bill Burr wasn't a little bit prophetic on this one, but let me keep going. This is classic.
Are you going to answer the question or not?
I'm just trying to tell you.
I
murder-
want to know if you're going to answer
Said
this
murder
question
again.
or not. Can you answer a question for me?
Yes.
Here's my question.
Okay.
If you're not a judge, if you're not an attorney, if you're not a court reporter, if you're not even a goddamn bailiff, how do you know what happens in those courtrooms every day of the week?
For that particular area, murder is just not common.
Queen, can you answer my question? No one's talking about murder. You changed you moved the goalpost. No one's talking about murder. You said that no men were having custody problems with their kids. My question is, if you're not in the courtrooms, Queen, how do you know that?
It's a very educated area.
Queen, if it's educated or not, how do you know that man? Just why can't you say you don't know?
Because I do.
Okay, how do you know?
I lived there for 10 years. I'm just saying
Did you live inside the courtrooms? How do you know what was going on in the courtrooms if you're not in the courtrooms?
It's just a different city. It's all I'm trying to tell you.
I don't give a damn about the city. I'm talking about the courtrooms. How do you know what was going on in the courtrooms if you're not there in the courtrooms?
Because it's a area that is.
Don't talk to me about the area. I'm talking about the courtrooms.
Area to you.
I don't want to hear about the area. I don't want to hear about the county. I don't want to hear about the city. I want to hear about the courtrooms.
Now watch her go really rogue. He wants to hear about the courtroom, not the county, not the area, not the state. Watch her go really rogue.
Well, you know how you lived in Mexico and
You are not. What is Mexico? Oh my gosh, she's talking about Mexico. What is wrong with some of you women? I knew it was fucked up when I saw the word queen. I knew it was fucked up when I saw the word queen.
No, not
what?
really.
Now she's talking about Mexico.
Yo.
What is going on? Listen, you are not going to answer this question, are you? You're not going to answer the goddamn question.
People haven't traveled. I have traveled the world.
Oh,
Yo, that was classic. I mean, absolute classic. That is too funny. So, Bill Burr was proven correct. Those women went rogue when they got caught with the lies and the need to be right. That whole, I know it's a big talking point in the space, you know, the sign language and the need to be right. These two women needed to be right, so they will change and deflect arguments and talk about anything under the sun except for the topic. But anyway, I needed a little a lighter video from some of the other ones. I'll get around to watching the lead attorney's full live stream on to hear whatever legal analysis or, you know. But I just saw these two videos and that was hilarious, and it reminded me of Bill Burr straight away. So yeah, women are gonna go rogue. Don't let them do it, fellas. I mean, argue the point, stay on point. Don't let them get into what happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, last week. Stay on point. If you are in a discussion, argue the point. Don't get emotional. Don't bring in other subjects. Don't allow her to bring in other subjects. But anyway, those are my final thoughts. Peace, Rebel family.